No. You can't give up. Dad's counting on you. You've got to figure out who's behind these origami cogs.
Awesome. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to make it to Gigi's funeral, but Matthew had a setback. Nora and I had to take him to a new rehab facility in Philly.
Sorry to hear that. He's gonna be okay?
That's the plan. How are you doing?
Fine. Why?
I don't know, maybe it's just the setting, but you look a little different.
Whatever's on this tape is the reason that Marty tried to kill me. But John says that Gigi had this with her when she died. How? Because I distinctly remember this tape recorder being up on the roof of Angel Square Hotel. What do you have to do with any of this?
David, for the 100th time, go! I want you off my property!
Dorian, I'm not your Pekingese. You can't just shoo me away.
I told you, you're evicted.
You're not my landlord either. You're my wife. You're the love of my life. Don't you know by now that I would never cheat on you? You're the cream in my coffee. The butter on my muffin top. Not that I have a muffin top.
No, you don't have a muffin top. You have cupcake tops.
Can't you see this entire thing is a setup? If you can't see by now how much I love you and how much you mean to me, let's finish this whole thing right now. We'll get you another gun and you can shoot me, because without you, Dorian, life is not worth living.
Who's that? Oh. Sorry.
I didn't even hear you come in.
You were kind of lost in that photo. Who is it?
My dad.
Oh, wait a minute now. That frame's not as fancy as the one you had with my old face in it.
Honey, it's just a frame, okay? Old face, new face, I still love you.
So who broke it anyway? Natalie? She hates me enough.
Natalie doesn't hate you. And I don't know who broke it, but I'm sure whatever happened, it was an accident, you know. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless it wasn't.
Excuse me? What do you think you're doing?
Why would John think that you know what's on this tape?
Sally didn't have another man's baby. She had John's.
I was going over the evidence we collected at the scene. You know, the basement where Rex found Gigi. It was on the floor.
How'd it get there?
I don't know. I was just looking for something to help us nail Jack Manning, and I saw the tape recorder. I remembered you saying you had one like it when you got into it with Marty, so I listened.
Well, what was on it?
Nothing. It's blank.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, Marty wouldn't try to kill me over a blank tape. She's not even that crazy.
Maybe it's not the same tape. For all we know, Gigi had one just like it.
So I was just hoping I'd find out what I can't remember.
I'm sorry.
Me too. You listened to the tape?
Yeah, I did. Which is why I don't understand why you didn't tell Natalie yourself. There's some reason you want me to be the bad guy?
Oh, I would have gladly shot you dead. Only we found that dead body in the bushes.
Baby, you wouldn't shoot me. You love me.
Oh, this slutty slut thinks she would. That's why she sent you over the package with a gun in it.
She ain't my slutty slut. I have no idea why she would send me anything, much less a handgun. This entire thing is obviously a setup.
That is so idiotically self-absorbed.
Okay, well, just think about it for 1 second. Who spent months in a dungeon while Clint tried to make you believe that I was up to my armpits in debutantes? That was me. So doesn't it stand to reason that it's possible that someone's trying to make you believe that I'm having an affair when I'm not?
Explain this.
Well, I can't account for that woman's bad taste.
Oh, anyone who wants you has bad taste.
Baby, we love each other. You're the strawberry in my champagne.
Oh, please, David. I can't do this anymore.
So that's it, huh? No more movie premiere, no more marriage.
Oh, please stop it, okay? I mean, just go, please.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh.
What's this about? Pictures in the sun?
I don't want to talk about it.
Come on, Dorian. These aren't real. Are they? Come on. You don't think David is having an affair with this woman, do you?
It's not your dad. I've seen your dad. He doesn't look anything like that.
Oh, not anymore, but that was him before the plastic surgery.
You're kidding, right?
He disappeared for a long time. Everyone thought that he was dead, but he was really alive. He got beaten so badly that he needed reconstructive surgery, and when he came back looking the way he does now, no one believed it was him, that he was Todd Manning except for me. I knew.
How?
My little brothers are a lot younger than I am, so I was an only child for a while. My dad and I were so close. He would let me have snakes, and we would stay up all night watching horror movies. And he called me Shorty.
Must have been nice.
Yeah, it was.
I missed all that with my dad.
You can still have a relationship with him.
It's a little late for him to call me Shorty. So, why are you looking at a picture of your dad with his old face? Oh, so you think that someone actually did break a picture of me on purpose?
I don't know. I came home earlier and these doors were open, and I know I closed them when I left. And I went outside and I got this weird feeling there was somebody there watching me.
Who?
If I knew that.
So your idea is that someone broke into the house, smashed a picture of me on purpose, and then spied on you from the terrace?
Why are you sneaking into Mr. Manning's office? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Vimal Patel. I'm Mr. Manning's new associate.
Are you? That's great. Your parents must be very proud.
I will need to see some ID, though, or I will have to call security.
Look, I know you didn't want Gigi's heart to go to Clint, and I understand that. But to trade her heart for his house, all his assets?
He's my father. I'm just taking what's mine.
Well, and he owes you. There's no doubt about that. But to pin the man to his deathbed, that's not you, Balsam.
Well, so maybe I've changed. Maybe having Gigi killed by a heartless punk who got away with it because his daddy's rich, maybe that changed me. Maybe I finally see the world for what it really is. It's brutal, unless you have enough money to protect the people you love. They took Gigi. They almost took Shane. You can understand why I want to protect them.
Yeah. You want to protect Shane. I understand that. And I am with you on Jack Manning, but he's not better off from all of this. And you know that. Because you're a dad. You can't protect your kid from his own mistakes. And Jack's gonna find that out the hard way.
If there's any justice.
What's this really all about, Balsam?
What the hell kind of name is Origami Cogs anyway? Food. That's what I need.
Okay, relax. You don't need to call security. I have every right to be here. We haven't been introduced. My name is Kent. Nicholas Kent.
So why are you sneaking into Mr. Manning's office?
I didn't want to
Nicholas
disturb
Kent?
him. I mean, you know how he gets.
Yes, he values his privacy. Do you have an appointment?
Don't need an appointment. I'm the trash collector.
Maintenance?
Sure. if you want to put it that way.
Well, usually the maintenance men around here wear uniforms. They also have collection carts.
No one wants you to be the bad guy, Brody. I'm just surprised the tape is blank and Marty was so desperate to get her hands on it.
Well, maybe Marty erased it. It's been weeks. Who knows who had it before it wound up in that basement, if it's the same tape.
Brody, I came to you when you were going through Gigi's things, and you knew that Marty and I were fighting over a tape recorder. Why didn't you say something?
There's something more driving you, Paulson. What is it?
By the time I'm done, Jack will know how it feels to lose his mother. And Todd will know how it feels to lose his wife. You know, John suspects that Manning paid off Brad's father so that Brad would take the rap. So, do you blame me for wanting to have enough money to protect my son?
I'm sorry that the department wasn't able to nail Jack Manning. Not yet. But you're right. Sometimes money will corrupt the system, but it doesn't fix everything. Now, look at me. I've got plenty of money. I didn't do a thing for Matthew.
Got him into the best facility.
And he'll get great care. But whether that'll make a difference?
At least he's a chance.
Boss, I know it feels like there's no point.
There's only one reason I get up in the morning. Shane.
And he's lucky to have you. But don't let this change who you are.
Why not? Whoever I wasn't good enough. I couldn't save her.
You were plenty good enough. She had some bad luck.
No, she was murdered. And the son of a bitch got away with it.
So is that why you want the money? You want to even the score?
Okay. I know that you haven't been here a long time, and I'm not going to hold that against you. But I've been here since day one. The first issue of The Sun wouldn't have happened without me, and I don't need a uniform or a collection cart to do the kind of collecting that I do.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I overstepped, Mr. Kent. I know how much Mr. Manning hates to be disturbed.
You and me both.
Let's forget this ever happened.
Great.
Yeah, anything to keep Mr. Manning happy.
Oh, Mr. Manning is gonna be very happy. Sometime real soon. I'm sure of that.
You know what? I haven't even talked to James about this, and you and I are supposed to be recording music.
What's this on his face? The scar?
Yes, it's gone now.
What?
My little brother. He claims that he has this new friend, a guy that he found out by our pool. We all thought he was imagining things.
But now you don't? Why?
You know what? You're right. No. I mean, that somebody would break in and smash a picture. That's just absurd, right?
Well, hold on. What kind of cheesy security system do you have that strangers can just come and go as they please?
Well, who said it was a stranger, huh?
Oh, you think it was someone you know?
No, not necessarily. I just had this feeling.
Are you getting that feeling now?
Vicky! Oh, God! Vicky!
David? Okay, you're scaring me.
I'm scared too, Vicky. I'm scared of my future. Alone, without Dorian. She's locked me out of the house and out of her heart. Thanks to you, Todd. You printed those pictures.
It's not my fault you want her to hook up with that bikini chick.
You're right, it's not your fault. It's Vicky's.
When I asked Sam, about his new friend. He said he had a line on his face.
Like your dad's old scar?
Only Sam never knew my dad when he had that scar.
Could he have seen pictures?
Yeah, that's the only possible explanation.
So how come you don't buy it?
I just started going through all of Gigi's stuff when you showed up. I didn't find the tape until after you left. Look, we might not ever know what was on that tape, if there was anything, or how it was erased, or why Gigi had it. Marty's gone, and Gigi's dead.
I remember pressing play. I mean, I heard something. I had to have heard something.
Whatever it was that sent you to my place. Then you ran into Marty.
What difference does it make? Huh? It's not gonna help us find Marty. Gigi's dead. Liam's safe. He's home. The tape doesn't matter.
Well, it matters to me. So Gigi had the tape with her when she died.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that Gigi was carrying around my tape recorder with a blank tape inside. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, she was on her way to her wedding. There had to have been something on that tape. And then that means that someone erased it after she died. So who found it? What's the chain of evidence?
Well, I was there when Al was bagging and tagging everything, and then after that, oh, bro, do you want to answer that?
Would you get off my back? I didn't erase the damn tape.
After the funeral, guess who showed up? Blair and Taya. They came here to say how sorry they were. Sorry? Relieved is more like it now that Jack got off.
Are you sure about that?
Manning paid off a guy who lost everything. He sold out his own kid for money. The whole thing reeks. And then Manning sends his women over here to make nice. And it's not like they're guilt-free. Where were they when Jack was torturing Shane and murdering Gigi? And now Jack is back partying with his friends. And Gigi, she's in a hole in the ground. And the only thing that's left of her is a tombstone with some stupid words that don't do her any justice and a kid who will never be the same.
You know, we've been through a lot together, Balsam. But this is the worst. I'm not going to ask you for much, but please, just hear me out.
Come on, you don't really think David is sleeping with this Iona woman, do you?
Picture's worth 1,000 words.
I'm sure that he has a very innocent explanation for it.
Oh, sure, he says it was all a setup, but I caught him with this.
That's not really his color.
No, but the bitch who was wearing this showed her true colors. She sent over a package and a note. In the package was a gun, and the note told David to use it on me so the two of them could be together.
Wait, she sent him a gun?
Yes, and when the police arrived, David accused me of having used it. I mean, I had to defend myself.
Wait, the police were here? Did you shoot at David?
Oh, I wanted to shoot him. I really did, but then when we found the dead body, I lost focus.
Wait, dead body? What dead body?
You, of all people, could have convinced Dorian that I wasn't having an affair with Ionia. She would have listened to you, but no. You refused to help me.
Hey, Vic, I gotta go. It's Sam's birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, good. Is there a dress code? I'll have my linen suit pressed.
I'll text you the wins and the wears and all that, okay?
Why are you leaving?
Well, I left Jack in charge of the sun, so I gotta make sure the place hasn't burned down.
You think you can just take my life, Mr. Manning? I'm gonna find out who you are. And when I do,
Great. Locked myself out. Where's that stupid
I don't know why I keep going back to this picture. I should just listen to my mom and your aunt.
well, what do they say?
They're saying that Sam is making it up, that this line on his friend's face must have gotten it from an old picture of my dad.
Except you don't believe that.
It doesn't matter what I believe.
Why not?
Because it doesn't make sense. Sam's gotta be making it up. It's the only other explanation.
Anything's possible. take a man's life. Could be a clue in here somewhere. Mr. Manning. It's you.
I have a son. His name is Jack. Jack. Oh my God.
Brody, we're just trying to figure out what happened.
Just talking about Gigi's murder. We were close. She was important to me, and she shouldn't have died. And thinking about that and Liam's kidnapping, I want to move on from all that.
You know, I'm sorry for your loss, but we can't do that, and you know why.
I understand what you're going through, Balsam. When my son died, part of me died with him. And I shut down. I wouldn't let anyone help me, not even Nora. I pushed her away, and I ended up losing her for a long time. And I got so sick that I almost died myself. And I don't want that to happen to you. And you've got to think about Shane right now and all this rage that you feel. I think that's grief trying to get out. And if you don't let it, if you use all of that anger to get even, then you're going to end up hurting yourself. Now, they'll get theirs. They always do. And I don't think that Gigi would want you to worry about them. I think she'd want you to take care of yourself. Just think about Shane, because you're all that he's got right now. And you've got to help him get through all of this. Balsam, right? You are his only ticket to a normal life. But you've got to let go. You hear me?
I heard every word you said.
Are you going to listen to me?
Did you say dead body?
Yes. Yes, we found a dead body over there in the bushes.
And we're standing here having a discussion about your little fight with David?
A little fight?
Yes.
My marriage is about to break up, darling. Forgive me for thinking that took precedence over the ill-timed death of a stranger.
Well, I'm sorry. My children live in this house. They play out by the pool all the time, and they were just like yards away from a dead body.
Yeah.
All right, David, what happened this time?
I'll tell you after I get unpacked. Should I just take the bedroom that I was in last summer?
Excuse me.
I'm sure that Pa and Steppenor would probably love to host me, but Matthew, in his condition, probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just stay right here.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Not a good idea?
No.
Oh, Vicky, are you afraid that you're finally going to hurl yourself at me? Because believe me, I would like to indulge your every whim. I'd like to make Dorian jealous while we're doing it, but I can't do that to her anymore. Even though she would have shot me if it weren't for that corpse. Still love her.
What corpse?
Oh, some stranger died over at Dorian's house. But my good friend John McBain's gonna find that culprit. He and I are like brothers. So why didn't he talk some sense into Dorian? This is where you come in.
David, no. I'm not going to help you. Not if you're cheating on Dorian.
So John and Brody didn't recognize him?
None of us did.
Well, did they know who the killer was?
Nope.
Do they know why he was here?
It's, all a mystery.
Dorian, are they investigating at least?
Well, of course they are. They took my statement. They took David's. They're probably going to want a statement from Star and Jack, maybe even Sam. So,
Sam?
Yeah, you better prepare the kids.
Wait. Maybe your dead guy is the man that Sam's been talking about.
Sam has just never been the imaginary friend kind of kid.
But your mom thinks that's all it is?
She told me that I used to make up stories, but I reminded her that one of them turned out to be true.
Yeah?
Yeah. I told my mom and Taya that I'm going to make sure that this guy's really imaginary.
So, until then, you feel like making some music?
Definitely.
Okay.
Jack? I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you. If I'd known it was you, I wouldn't hurt you, Jack.
Dad?
Did that maintenance man disturb you?
You're gonna be the one picking up garbage unless you find me another satellite to buy.
Of course, sir.
And stay under the radar this time. The last one I bid on was stolen right from under me. You understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
Jack.
Hey, buddy. Dad. What happened? Dad, I don't know. I think somebody knocked me out.
Did you see who it was?
You yourself admitted that those photos in the sun were real.
But it's not what it seems. I was alone, innocently sunbathing.
Oh, Lord. And your...
Trunks. The Speedo's only for special occasions.
David, you're learning restraint.
Which is exactly my point. This woman, this Dorian wannabe, breaks onto the property. She throws herself at me. It was horrible. I mean, you know me. I'm as open-minded as the next guy, but this woman was all over me. It was like I was being devoured by a starving squid. She took off her top. She kissed me without asking. I felt violated.
I see.
No, Vicky, listen to me. I don't think you see it all. I didn't want this woman. All that she and I ever did together was act in my movie. You can call what she did acting, although that's no matter. The camera was on the money the whole time, so we'll be good in the edit. But that's my point. Given our history, what was she even doing there? It's a setup. Who took those pictures? Who gave those pictures to your brother? Not me. Someone's got it out for me.
Be that as it may.
I love Dorian. Vicky, all those months that I spent in that Moroccan hellhole, the only thing that got me through was dreaming of her. She's the only one for me. I don't want anybody else. And why would I lie to you, of all people?
Given our history?
That's true. That whopper of a lie in the past where I told you I was your brother and then your real brother showed up and blew it for me. Every time I see Todd's face, the shame. But he's got a new face now, so we're all good. But I may have lost my baby Snooks. I can't have that, Vicky. I love Dorian. I would never cheat on her.
Baby Snooks.
Oh, God.
Don't you dare cry, David.
I love her. And I think she's lost without me. Plus, she pays for stuff. Please, Vicky, you've got to help us.
Look, David, even if I wanted to help you, Dorian won't listen to me.
So you do believe me? You do believe me then? Look, I know what Charlie did to you was terrible. I would never do that to Dorian. Ever. She's my one and only.
Okay, I believe you, all right? But I don't think I can talk to Dorian.
Oh, no. We're way past talk. I need more from you. So much more.
How on earth would Sam know the man who died here?
Well, Sam told Star that he's been talking to this guy out here by the pool. Well, we thought he was making it up, that it was an imaginary friend.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Sam.
But did the guy have a line on his face?
A line?
Well, that's what Sam calls it. Maybe it was a birthmark or a scar or something. I don't know.
Look, I wouldn't know. I was much too busy defending myself. David kept saying that I was the one who shot the dead man, which is ridiculous. Luckily, John did not believe that. Honey, you don't think Sam shot him?
Don't be ridiculous, Dorian.
Don't forget who his parents are. Mad Margaret, Twisted Todd.
Sam wouldn't hurt a fly. Although I've been worried about him when he talks about an imaginary friend. But that might explain it. And if that guy's real.
Unless Sam was chatting with the shooter.
What is it, John? Why can't Natalie and I just move on with Liam?
Well, you can try, but you're also a cop. Marty killed someone. And the reason she got away with it is because Manning helped her, and now he's helped his jerk son get away with Gigi's death. And this time we're gonna nail the guy.
Yeah, well, we needed to nail that guy since I got to this town. But with a fresh body, we got bigger problems.
Fresh body.
Yeah, guy we found at Dorian Lord's, gunshot Vic. We haven't recovered the weapon yet.
We know who it is?
Not yet, but when we ID him, I bet you it leads straight to Manning.
Hey, go, buddy. Hey. Hey. Are you sure you're all right? The ER is very close.
I'll be fine.
See this? Wow. What happened?
I hit a wall with the origami cogs thing. So I went out to get some food. I was only gone like 3 minutes. And when I came back, the door was locked.
These doors?
Yeah. And when I got inside, somebody hit me.
But you didn't see who?
It was from behind.
I'm about security. What are you doing?
I'm just looking for some painkillers.
Stay out of my desk. If you want painkillers, I'll get you some. Hey, it's Star. Get up to my office. There's been a break-in. Yep.
That's weird.
What's weird?
Someone messed with the computer when I was gone.
Okay, that's one too many.
What do you mean?
Well, someone broke into your Aunt Vicky's place earlier, smashed a picture of me, and now someone's attacked you and messed with the computer. I know who's doing this to us.
You want me to let go of the fact that Gigi was murdered and that her killer walked? Sorry, I can't do that. I won't. You're asking me to dishonor the woman I love, the mother of my child.
That's not dishonoring her.
Oh, okay. Then you try it. Oh, wait, I forgot. You've already forgotten about the fact that Matthew's head was bashed in and that he's lying in a rehab facility in Philadelphia and that he might not make it. How do you do that? How do you pretend it's all right?
I didn't say that it was all right.
Oh, but it's all right for me.
That's not what I meant, Walson.
How about this? You track down the creep who ruined your son's life, and when the justice system gives him a pass, then we'll talk.
What if Sam befriended a murderer?
Well, it's a lot better than befriending a skanky, stank, slutty, slut come lately like this. I mean, she probably slept with David to get the part in our movie.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I'm fine. Just fine.
Oh, dear. David, what can I possibly do to help you regain Dorian's trust?
First, we have to figure out who's doing this to me. You're smart. You have a newspaper. You have plenty of resources. You can help me investigate. Someone's trying to ruin my life. And someone's trying to ruin Dorian's life, too.
Okay, stop. All right? Don't cry. David? All right, if someone is setting you up, I will try to help you find him.
Oh.
Don't cry, David.
I'm not crying.
David.
Come on, Dorian. You sure this isn't a setup?
I don't want to talk about David. You better talk to Sam.
You're right. I'm going to sit that boy down, and I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to find out exactly who the man is with a line on his face.
Was that as good as I think it was?
Better. Come on, let's go celebrate.
Okay, I'll go grab my computer.
Yeah. I had a feeling this would work. We could take this act on the road, make a name for ourselves.
You think?
Well, like I said, anything's possible.
Excuse me, Mr. Kent, could you please clean up my office? After you're done with Mr. Manning's, of course.
Sure. You're right, I'll have to come back from Mr. Manning's office, though.
Still a lot of trash in there.
How's my security team?
Forget security. What did you mean? Who's doing this to us?
The same bastards that stole my satellite. Origami cogs.
I was on the computer for an hour. There's nothing about them.
Don't worry, they can't stay hidden forever. We'll get them.
If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Bo, I know you want to help. You can't.
Balsam.
Just go!
You really think that my uncle had something to do with the Vic at Dorian's?
Yeah, look, maybe you can talk to the CSUs that were at the scene, all right? See what they found, see what you make of it. Brody, all right, let's check the Vic out, all right? Get him through the missing persons database, run his print, see if you can't put a name with the face.
All right, I'm gonna go check on Liam and I'm on it.
Me too.